My name is Ken O'Donnell, and I work at California State University Dominguez Hills, which is a campus near Los Angeles, California. It's an access-oriented, regional comprehensive university. It serves a lot of ethnic minorities, first in their generation to go to college, students eligible for financial aid. In other words, some of the people who most stand to benefit from a college education, but also for whom the odds are not great. We need to do a better job making sure that all of our students have an equal chance to graduate. And that more of them graduate overall. Setting aside just equity, the state of California needs more degree holders to keep its economy going, to keep its civil society healthy. And the California State University has always played a big part of that. We're very proud of the ground we cover for our students, with our students, between the time they come in and the time they graduate. Sometimes they come in remedial. Sometimes those same students leave literally as rocket scientists. And we are thrilled to be a part of that transformation and drive the middle class. But it's a mixed feeling because our numbers are not where we want them to be in terms of completion rates, and there's a big gap in those completion rates between the students who come in likely to succeed and those who don't. The state last summer leaned on us very hard to improve our overall graduation rate, and to, in particular, improve time to degree, getting more of the students who finish to finish within 4 years of the time they start. At the same time, the year before that, our chancellor had thrown down a challenge to all 23 of our universities, saying zero out all of your gaps by ethnicity, by socioeconomic status. The state piled on, and when they said improve your 4-year rates and your 6-year rates, they threw in, and we would like to see zero gaps between them. That was an easy ask because they knew we had already committed to it, but it did add to the pressure on us, in part because the state office asking for this was our Department of Finance. And so even though the threat was only a veiled one, the sense is if we don't live up to these new high goals, our funding will be in jeopardy. And on moral grounds, most of us who work in the CSU feel like that's appropriate. If we can't deliver on our promise better than we have been, then we should be asking serious questions about what exactly we're doing here and whether we should continue it. So with all of that as a background, one of the questions that I was asked in preparation for this presentation was, what is the mandate from the system office to our constituent campuses about experiential learning? And curiously, the mandate is very tacit. Explicitly, we have to improve our graduation rates and zero out our gaps. At that point, the system and the state are, I think, appropriately reluctant to say how we go about that. But then when you get down to the campus level, there's a, I think, pervasive understanding that we can't meet these new goals while maintaining quality in the degree unless we also get more systematic and comprehensive about the way we offer high-impact practices and experiential learning. And so most of our campuses have committed, the way SUNY campuses have, to saying we are locally going to build these into the experiences of more of our students who come to us. Many of our campuses express that as it'll be at least 75% of our enrollment, and they'll have at least 2 high-impact practices in the time that they're with us. Across the system, you can see a kind of benign bidding war breaking out where each new strategic plan seems to have a stronger commitment to high-impact practices and quicker ramping up. The campus where I work, CSU Dominguez Hills, has put this into its strategic plan and had a series of administrators trying to figure out how do you now operationalize that? How do you know for sure when a student is or is not in a high-impact practice? And for that, the jury is still out. Part of the work that I'm doing at CSU Dominguez Hills is to address those questions and make sure that our registrar, our institutional research offices, our faculty are all on the same page when we commit to bringing more students into experiences like that.